So can girls have ADHD? Isn't it just a boy thing?
Yes, girls can have ADHD, and they can have the inattentive type, the hyperactive impulsive type, and the combined type, where there are difficulties with both inattention and hyperactivity and impulsivity. There definitely is a misconception that this is a boy thing and that only boys can have this, but that is not the case. Girls absolutely can. Boys tend to get diagnosed more often than girls, so about 3 times more often than girls. And that is for multiple reasons that we'll talk about tonight, including the presentation that girls have of ADHD. It is different in girls with ADHD. It looks different, and also just historically, what we've studied with mostly is with boys, hyperactive white boys, and so that's absolutely affected the way that the world, including clinicians, have seen ADHD. But it absolutely can be and is present in girls.
Yeah, I would add on top of that too, Julia, in terms of the differences in the rates of diagnosis. I mean, it is in kids, it is actually diagnosed more frequently in boys. But a really interesting finding is if you look, if you measure that by looking at kids that get referred to their pediatrician or to a specialist, you see that number that Julia mentioned. There's about 3 times as many boys that get diagnosed, maybe even a little bit higher. But if you actually go out into the community and do a study where you just try to assess everybody out there and you look at the rates, it's closer to 2 to 1. So clearly there's a lot of girls out there that aren't getting identified and diagnosed. And then when you get into adulthood, the rates of diagnosis actually even out. So the rates of ADHD diagnosis in women and men in adulthood are about 1 to 1.